Explosions hit 2 military airfields in Russia.
Here's a summary of the article.
Several people have been killed in explosions at 2 Russian military airfields, according to reports. A fuel tanker exploded, killing 3 and injuring 6 in an airfield near the city Ryazan, southeast of Moscow, Russian state media is reporting. Another 2 people are reported to have been hurt in an explosion at an airfield in the Saratov region. Both areas are hundreds of kilometers from the Ukrainian border. Long-range Russian strategic bombers are believed to be based at the Engels Air Base in the Saratov region. The Saratov regional governor said security forces were checking what he called reports of an incident at military installations. These reports, of 2 explosions at 2 different military sites, will fuel speculation that Ukraine may be behind them, the BBC's Russian editor Stephen Rosenberg says.
This post received a score of 5,700, with an upvote ratio of 98%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
1 may be an accident, but 2 starts to look suspicious.
Hopefully they hit 3 airfields next time to give them a confirmation.
Now Russia have to figure out whether this was a long-range drone from Ukraine, in which case they have to massively step up radar and defense operations around every single major airbase, or whether it was a short-range drone from nearby, in which case they have Ukrainian assets with significant capabilities running around in their country blowing up airbases. Neither of those pictures is particularly palatable for Russia. Winking face.
Or saboteurs, also not palatable.
Greater than or saboteurs, also not palatable. Tastes nothing like it sounds.
Blame the Dutch. The word has its roots in clog blanks, sabot, being jammed into printing presses as a protest against evil technology. Hence sabotage. I wouldn't imagine clogs taste very nice.
If Ukraine's bragging of 1,000 kilometers range is correct, it would put the gas pipelines that warm Moscow in range.
That would be an implied threat. On top of their bases aren't safe, and there's plenty of big targets in Russia.
Open season on munitions warehouses. The Russian ammo dumps in Ukraine made big booms when the Holy HIMARS said thou shalt not shell Ukraine. Those deep in Russian territory will be much bigger. Given the need for Ukraine to further disrupt Russian artillery operations, those seem like a very logical target. They should just blow up that huge one in Transnistria for funsies. Biggest armory in Europe.
We have decided to launch 150 cruise missiles at Kiev in retaliation for a soldier smoking too close to some fuel in these airfields.
As a gesture of goodwill.
Humanitarian bombing. That's real BTW.
February, we will capture and annex Ukraine within 10 days. December, Ukraine's attack on 2 airbases east of Moscow didn't destroy too many of our nuclear bombers.
They have absolutely no capability to defend against further airstrikes in or around Moscow. Ukraine doesn't even have to worry about the conditions placed on Western weapons disallowing strikes on Russian territory. Honestly, this could be the turning point in the war that brings Russia to the negotiating table. No government building, military headquarters, critical infrastructure, or pipeline is safe.
The best bit of this I haven't seen mentioned yet, is that Russia have been using air defenses missiles as long-range missiles to hit Ukrainian civilians and infrastructure. Meaning now if they're going to actually have an active air defense, they're going to need to start using this type of missile to defend instead of attack. We'll make them think twice at the very least.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.